All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Sunil Verma. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveils logo, theme and website of India's G20 presidency. Says One Earth, One Family, One Future to be India's mantra for G20 presidency. Campaigning for assembly elections in Himachal Pradesh reaches its peak. Prime Minister to address rallies in Kangra and Hamirpur districts today. Election Commission of India to launch special summary revision of voters' lists today. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud to take over as Chief Justice of India this morning. 6 people killed as 6.3 magnitude earthquake hits Nepal. Strong tremors felt in Delhi and neighbouring areas. And in cricket, New Zealand to take on Pakistan in the first semi-final of ICC T20 World Cup in Sydney this afternoon. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has unveiled the logo, theme and website of India's G20 presidency through video conferencing. India will assume G20 presidency from the 1st of December. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Modi said the G20 logo is a representation of hope for a world emerging from the pandemic, conflict and economic uncertainty.
India's G20 presidency is coming at a time of crisis and chaos in the world. The world is going through the after effects of disruptive, once-in-a-century pandemic, conflicts and lot of economic uncertainty. The symbol of the lotus in the G20 logo is a representation of hope in this time. No matter how adverse the circumstances, the lotus still blooms. Even if the world is in a deep crisis, we can still progress and make the world a better place.
The Prime Minister said the mantra of One Earth, One Family, One Future in G20 will pave a path for global welfare.
भारत पूरे विश्व को एक कॉमन ऑब्जेक्टिव के लिए, एक बेहतर भविष्य के लिए साथ लाने के विजन पर काम कर रहा है। भारत ने वन सन, वन वर्ल्ड, वन ग्रिड के मंत्र के साथ विश्व में रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी रिवॉल्यूशन का आह्वान किया है। भारत ने वन अर्थ, वन हेल्थ इस मंत्र के साथ ग्लोबल हेल्थ को मजबूत करने का अभियान चलाया है। और अब G20 में भी हमारा मंत्र है वन अर्थ, वन फैमिली, वन फ्यूचर। भारत के यही विचार, यही संस्कार विश्व कल्याण का मार्ग प्रशस्त करते हैं।
Campaigning for assembly elections in Himachal Pradesh has reached its peak. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address rallies in Kangra and Hamirpur districts of the state today. On the other hand, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge also reached Shimla yesterday. He is scheduled to address election meetings in Shimla and Nalagarh in Solan district today. More from our correspondent.
After Mandi, Shimla, now Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address an election rally in Kangra and Hamirpur parliamentary constituencies. He will address one rally each at Sujanpur in Hamirpur and Chambi in Kangra district today. On the other hand, Congress National President Mallikarjun Kharge also arrived in Shimla yesterday. This is Kharge's first visit to Himachal after becoming the National President of Congress. Today he will address 2 election meetings, one at Banuti in Shimla and other at Panjhera in Nalagarh of Solan district. The election campaign in Himachal Pradesh will end from tomorrow evening. After these public meetings and other campaigns will stop. There will be only door-to-door campaigning. Sanjeev Sundariyal, AIR News, Shimla.
In Gujarat, political activities have intensified in view of assembly elections. Campaigning for assembly polls is also gaining momentum, with senior leaders from various political parties holding roadshows, public meetings and press conferences in the state to reach out to voters. We have a report from our correspondent.
National President of BJP Yuva Morcha, Tejasvi Surya, will address the first-time voters in Ahmedabad today. BJP Parliamentary Board will meet today to finalize the names of the candidates for the assembly polls. On the other hand, National Convener of Aam Aadmi Party Arvind Kejriwal and Party State President Gopal Italia aggressively campaigned in Junagadh and Surat yesterday by positioning AAP as an alternative to BJP. Party also issued the 12th list of 7 candidates yesterday. Meanwhile, opposition Congress received a major setback yesterday after the 10 times MLA of the party and senior tribal leader Mohan Ratwa left the party and joined BJP. Aparna Khun, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
The meeting of the BJP Central Election Committee will be held in New Delhi today to finalize the list of candidates for Gujarat Assembly polls. The meeting is scheduled at the party headquarters, which will discuss the names of the candidates for the Assembly polls. In Gujarat, the Assembly elections are to be held in two phases. The first phase of elections for 89 Assembly seats will be held on the 1st of December, while the second phase for 93 seats will take place on the 5th of December. Counting of votes will take place on the 8th of December, along with Himachal Pradesh. The Election Commission of India, ECI, will launch the special summary revision of the voters list in Pune city today. The nationwide launch will take place in the presence of Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar and Election Commissioner Anup Chandra Pandey. More from our Pune correspondent.
With a view to increase the participation of urban voters and youth in the electoral process, various activities are being organized in Pune city today. Along with creating awareness among the citizens in the different parts of Pune, the election commissioners will also interact with them. A new voter registration drive will be undertaken at Savitribai Phule, Pune University at 11 a.m. Besides, an awareness exhibition has also been organized at this place. An interactive program has also been organized with the representatives of voter awareness forums established in various industrial organizations in Hinjewadi area. For AIR News, Manoj Kshirsagar, Pune.
President Draupadi Murmu will administer the oath of office to the new Chief Justice of India, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, at Rashtrapati Bhavan today. He will succeed Justice U.U. Lalit, who retired yesterday. Justice Chandrachud will be the 50th Chief Justice of India. Born in 1959, Justice Chandrachud was appointed Judge of the Supreme Court of India on the 13th of May 2016. Earlier, he served as Chief Justice of the Allahabad High Court. He had completed his LLB from Campus Law Center from Delhi University and obtained an LLM degree and a doctorate in juridical sciences from Harvard Law School in the USA. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla will inaugurate the annual convention of Central Information Commission in New Delhi today. The title of the convention is Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Citizen-Centric Governance through RTI. The convention will discuss critical issues related to transparency, governance, right to information and other related issues. It will contribute significantly towards the broadening and deepening of the RTI regime. Chief Information Commissioners and Information Commissioners of the State Information Commissions and other dignitaries will attend the convention. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Strong tremors lasting for several seconds were felt in the national capital region after a strong earthquake struck Nepal. The tremors were felt in Delhi, Noida, Gurugram and neighbouring areas during the wee hours today. At least 6 people were killed in Dhoti district of Nepal after the 6.3 magnitude earthquake occurred at 1:57 a.m. The epicenter of the earthquake was at Dalek in Nepal, about 90 kilometers southeast of Pithoragarh in Uttarakhand. We spoke to the Director of National Centre for Seismology, O.P. Mishra, about last night's quake.
This earthquake occurred about 30 kilometers away from Dharchula of the Indian Uttarakhand region in the Nepal, and its magnitude is 6.3, which is falling in the strong earthquake, and that's why the shaking perceptibly felt in the Delhi as well as in different part of the Himalayan regions. It was also felt reported in the entire Nepal and the China border. So this earthquake is occurred in a zone where earthquake always occurred in the Himalayan seismotectonic setting. It was a very seismogenic setting that happened, but there is no report of the damage still received by my center. But now the appeal is that the people must be cautious, and that is nothing to panic.
In the Kashmir Valley, farmers are happy with a bumper saffron crop this year. The GI certification of Kashmiri saffron by Geographical Indications Registry would prevent adulteration into it. The GI certification will also put an end to the marketing of saffron cultivated in other countries under the garb of being produced in Kashmir. More from our Srinagar correspondent.
Iran is the largest producer of saffron in the world, and India is a close competitor. However, with the GI tag of Kashmiri saffron, India becomes the only saffron producing country for which GI has been assigned, which will result in more prominence in the export market, thereby boosting exports as well as helping the farmers to get the best remunerative price for economic sustainability. Kashmir is having the distinction of producing one of the best saffron in the world. Therefore, it should be our individual, collective and moral responsibility to preserve this golden spice. Sunil Kaul, AR News, Srinagar.
The Cochin shipyard has bagged an international export order worth 1,000 crore rupees for the construction of commissioning service operations vessels CSOV for offshore wind farms from a European client. The CSOVs, part of an emerging highly specialized niche vessel segment, are designed and built for the commissioning, service, maintenance and operational needs of the offshore wind industry. The construction of the CSOV is a breakthrough project for India in the international shipbuilding arena and is aligned with the Make in India, Make for the World vision of the Union government. With this order, the Cochin shipyard has positioned itself into the league of early movers in the high-end and niche global wind farm vessel construction segment. In the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup, New Zealand will take on Pakistan in the first semi-final in Sydney today. In the second semi-final, India will lock horns with England in Adelaide tomorrow. The match will start at 1:30 p.m. IST. The semi-final winners will face in the summit clash on Sunday in Melbourne. India secured the top spot in Group 2 after a win over Zimbabwe in the final league match in Melbourne on Sunday. India, the only team to register 4 wins in the league stage in either group, started with 2 straight victories and were already assured of the semi spot even before their final league game. In boxing, 12 Indians will aim to seal their berths in the final as they contest the semi-final bouts at 2022 ASBC Asian Elite Boxing Championships in Amman, Jordan. The 2020 Tokyo Olympic bronze medalist Lavlina Borgohain in 75 kg category will take on Seong Suwon of the Republic of Korea. Alongside Lavlina, Parveen in 63 kg category will be up against Uranbilek of Mongolia. The other women in semi-final action will be Preeti, Alfia Pathan, Sweetie, Ankushita Boro and Meenakshi. In the men's category, Shiva Thapa in 63.5 kg category will face 2-time Asian Championships medalist Bakhudor Usmonov of Tajikistan. In snooker, India's cutest Pankaj Advani won all his group round games to qualify for the knockout stage of the World Men's Snooker Championship in Antalya, Turkey. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Khurana.
Thank you, Sunil. At the bilateral talks between Russia and India, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar expressed serious concern over Russia-Ukraine conflict and also stated that India cannot cut cheap oil import from Russia, reports The Pioneer. The headline in the Indian Express reads, Global South in acute pain, return to table, Jaishankar to Russia. Modi unveils G20 logo themed with a One World push is the top headline in the Hindustan Times. UN chief world leaders push for fossil fuel tax at COP27 headlines The Asian Age. At COP27, India urges equitable global carbon budgeting, writes Hindustan Times. Upholding Andhra High Court order quashing 7-fold hike in MBBS fee, the Supreme Court of India has ruled that education is not business to earn profit and the tuition fee must be affordable, reports The Tribune. And finally, the Times of India carries a photograph taken last evening of an eclipsed blood-red moon behind an illuminated North Block. This is the last total lunar eclipse till 2025, writes the paper.
Thank you, Tanvi. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveils logo, theme and website of India's G20 presidency. Says, One Earth, One Family, One Future to be India's mantra for G20 presidency. Campaigning for assembly elections in Himachal Pradesh reaches its peak. Prime Minister to address rallies in Kangra and Hamirpur districts today. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud to take over as Chief Justice of India this morning. 6 people killed as 6.3 magnitude earthquake hits Nepal. And in cricket, New Zealand to take on Pakistan in the first semi-final of ICC T20 World Cup in Sydney this afternoon. With that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.